It is time for the Nebraska Dairy Update. I'm Chad Moyer. Today we continue our conversation with the COO of Midwest Dairy. She is Trudy Wastweet. Last week we talked about the Midwest Dairy Scorecard, what it is, and what those elements of the scorecard are. And it's broken up into three areas of work: sales growth, trust growth, and research growth. Today we continue our conversation. Trudy, tell us about the advances being made in that trust goal at Midwest Dairy.
Well, our trust work really hones in on three big targets. Of course, the large focus we have is consumers. Adult consumers are one of our key audiences, and we have in particular these past couple of years focused in on a Gen Z consumer and parents who have Gen Z children at home with them, because they are a significant block of our American consumer base, and we want to make sure that they reach for dairy products, and not just reach for them, but believe that dairy is good for their health and wellness, but also that dairy is a solution for the planet. And so we measure consumer sentiment as a indicator of how we are growing trust with our consumers. And we do that with a survey 2 times each year. Our Midyear scorecard reflects consumer sentiment from last spring. And the good news is that consumers in our region really have strong belief that dairy is healthy, that dairy is nutritious. We saw an 88% agreement on dairy is healthy with our respondents. So that's incredibly strong as a position with consumers. They have more questions, though, on their belief of dairy's environmentally friendliness. And so that remains an area where we know we have a lot of work to do, remaining committed to our storytelling and getting voices to share the message about dairy's role in a healthy planet. We also work in youth programming, and we have partnerships with institutions that are in the classroom and out of the classroom. And we have had really great performance on our partnership projects, reaching youth, delivering a sustainable nutrition story, talking about the role of dairy in their daily lives. We know they're always an important focus as a youth audience. There are future consumers, current and future consumers. So we're dedicated to working with partner projects that educate youth in the classroom and out of the classroom. Finally, we work with thought leaders. Those are individuals who have an expertise, can be a respected expert about nutrition, about mental health, about the environment. And so working with those thought leaders to make sure that they are pro-dairy and spreading the good word.
And then one other thing, we know one of the focuses of a checkoff is research. So tell me a little bit about the research goals at Midwest Dairy and kind of how you're keeping up with that.
Yes, research is very important to the dairy checkoff. Farmers have invested significantly in many dimensions of science, from nutrition and environment and food safety. And we at Midwest Dairy really are holding ourselves accountable to a goal of providing and sharing research with our partners that helps them make business decisions. That's how we evaluate our impact with research, because we can do a lot of research, but if it sits on the proverbial shelf, that doesn't help. We want to put it in the hands of processors or retailers and have them take action from information we have been able to provide to help empower our partners making business decisions that can lead to growing trust and increasing sales.
Trudy, we've talked about a lot of different things, and again, trying to explain the effort of being very straightforward, transparent, but again, kind of just showing where things are at with Midwest Dairy. You said it gets updated a couple of times a year, I think. Where can we see it? Where can we get see this indicator in action and kind of follow along?
Yes, great question. You know, the irony of talking about a visual scorecard on a radio program, Chad, I love it. But we bring it to life as a visual for farmers. Easiest place to find that is on MidwestDairy.com. You can search for the quick route, just search for Midyear Scorecard, and we update that at Midyear. So usually sometime in July it would be ready. And then we'll have our year-end scorecard coming up and will be available in January of 2024.
Trudy, it's so good to talk to you. Thank you so much for the information and the insight. Trudy Wastweet is the Midwest Dairy Chief Operating Officer, telling us about Midwest Dairy's scorecard. Again, the most recent information from the mid-year update, and again, preparing for that year-ender coming up at the beginning of next year. That is today's Nebraska Dairy Update. Chad Moyer reporting.